even with the COVID-19 down, you could do a Zoom presentation with me and Rich and Suzanne and have a silent auction, or either just have them, see what we can get, but if they don't give you what your minimum bid is. I've done a lot of those for artists over the years, working with cities. And, with Bill Monroe Foundation, because we had artists, and my husband was an artist, so I've got all kind of ways to help counties and cities fundraising, and some of go ahead and think about, you've got all kind of ways to get people to know that, Jack, what is your middle name?
Harris. Harris. Jack Harris Rutherford. So that's the entire name.
Can you say it, Suzanne, for me, the full name, so people can hear?
Sure. Jack Harris Rutherford from Long Beach, California. And he's been an artist for more than 50 years now.
And what year was he born, and did he grow up here? And we can have a whole new show for Jack when he returns. But when did he move? You said 42 years. Jack, I have a little trouble hearing Jack, but
I know he moved to Mexico, and he lived in Mexico, and then he was part of an artist movement down there, and then he moved to Spain, and he set up basically a spiritual concept for people to get in touch with their artistry and to reconnect with nature. It was yoga and art classes and being one with nature, and he did that for many years in Spain.
Wonderful. I hope that's what we're going to do in California. I hope you can do it here in Florida or teach me how. I don't know if my skills will come back or not, but I'm hoping my skills, and we'll do a franchise type of situation in this spiritual community. I work here with a girl named Erica Busser-Haney that already has 2 spiritual conventions a year, and I know she would just be delighted to have artists show up and do spiritual types of artwork. I used to do outer planets. I did things that they've done, they found, but I didn't know because I wasn't an astronomer, nor did I look through a telescope or have any knowledge of it. But I really enjoyed doing space, and I know you've seen artwork like that, sort of ethereal or spiritual, or put places in space. So I guess everybody has a niche. And I also did pyramids in different colors. I like pyramids, but I don't know what that's called. But it was from Mexico. A gentleman trained me from South America in Hawaii, and he came up and showed me how he'd do it, put different colors down and make things. And I don't know, I could just show people how it was done, but that came from South America. It's a different technique. But I'm looking forward to learning yours and your, I think it's your son, but it's your grandson. How are you related to Rich?
So
I'm not.
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So Jack's sister, Lois, is Rich's mother.
Okay, so that's his, well, instead of his grandson, it's his once
nephew.
Removed by his sister. It's his nephew.
Right.
But they're of the same blood by his sister's son. Okay, now, Jack, did you have any sons or only daughters?
5 sons.
I've got 5 sons.
Are they all alive?
Well, no, you can tell the difference between one and the other. They're all alive.
How many daughters do you have?
I have 2 daughters.
Are you telling me you've got 7 children alive on planet Earth?
Yeah, of course, yeah. They're all healthy.
Wow. Are you Catholic?
No, I'm nothing. I'm just totally
You're nothing.
independent.
You're just spiritual. Huh?
That's right.
You're of the absolute, of the infinity, right? Yeah, I say infinity squared. Well,
That's right.
very artistic and scientific, but you use both sides of your brain, which we call whole brain thinking. Obviously, you're very good at it. Well, will your family understand that your legacy is very important to the world and to America, and that you have a certain style, and that you're now let's go ahead. What comes to you?
Every artist hopes that his work, is proved valuable, and so that it's made more popular in the sense that people gain more understanding of it. What I'm trying to do. The artist has a message, so he's trying to say something, and so it's really important that people get a chance to see it and buy it and get into it. It's the arts are the leader of society. They have it all backwards nowadays, politicians and stuff. But the creative people are the people you can count on. They're the ones that are actually seeing it a little bit forward, positive way.
So after 90 years, I can hear in your voice that you've developed a philosophy with nature, and that we would like to learn before you pass at 125. But by the time you reach 125, we should be able to keep you on the planet one way or the other, right? Either AI or something. Well, I'm a cyborg. I've got titanium in my neck. So I'm already considered a cyborg with biologists, which came on my show and called me a cyborg, and I got a little offensive because I didn't know, what do you mean I'm a cyborg? But apparently he knew I had titanium in my neck.
Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting.
Well,
I don't
are
have titanium in my neck. There's nothing there in my neck besides the neck. So that's
what about any other place? Any other parts been replaced? Knees, elbows?
No. I'm all pretty much in one piece. A little problem with one finger, and that's it. And
really,
so
your hips?
I've been healthy all my life, and I'm staying that way. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, good genes.
Yeah, I know. He's got TJ. He's got perfect health. Nothing wrong with his heart. Nothing wrong with his lungs. Everything is in perfect health. So really, kind of amazing.
Oh. Well, it's wonderful that I'm putting all my eggs in one basket with Jack, because I want him to teach me my art. I want you to get me motivated out here. I live in a beautiful place in Florida with a beautiful backyard and trees and animals and squirrels and birds and lots of cats. And but the ocean is beautiful here. It's beautiful blue water with white sand. It's absolutely gorgeous for tourists here. I've never seen it. Even in Hawaii, it wasn't like this. They had yellow sand. We have pure white sand with blue water where I am in Gulf Breeze, Florida.
No. I was in Florida.
Well, I want you to learn it. Yeah. Pensacola, we're right across the bridge that just got hurricane broke it up. But I'm across the bridge on the in Gulf Breeze. So where we have Pensacola Beach, that's actually on our part of across the bridge from Pensacola, but they call it Pensacola Beach.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. But
I gave talks there for a while. I was giving conferences around Florida. I lived on the beach in the Pensacola, actually. So
oh my gosh! When was this?
Well, that's been 20 years ago. But I was living in a school bus with my family, and so we just lived in a school bus on the beach and pushed it to get started. And then from there on, I just did better and better, giving conferences and things. And
TJ, it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Okay.
This is getting better and better, though. His aura, he left energy here, which is no coincidence that we're talking in the psychic world. Because part of you is still in Pensacola. We still have artists on the street here and a very nice group of people that do things on certain Saturdays, have different festivals and things like that. So you are probably instrumental in helping a lot of things that just, you know how you start energy, Jack, and it just keeps on?
Yeah.
So 50 years later, they've still got things like that. So this is going to be exciting for me to help pull your energy back with what you did here and what you're doing over there. I hope I hope you come back with Suzanne and Rich because, we need you over here and to help get this all going again after COVID-19. Of course, if you want to, do it else in the world, but, that's strictly up to you. But I'm going to try to persuade you to come teach me how. But I can learn on Zoom no matter where you are, Jack, right? If you're willing to do that.
That's good. That's fun. Sure, I'd like to do that. I'm just sort of a born teacher as well. I like teaching at the same time as painting. Mm-hmm. So I've always been teaching.
Well, that's what I hope you'll do. You and Rich both, and Rich will be the other gentleman teaching us. Do you trust Rich to teach us properly your way of the Rutherford way of painting? You think he's got it down? The Jack Harris Rutherford way?
I was an influence on him, of course, when he was studying with me, but now he's developed all sorts of different ideas as well. So he's completely independent, but the artists influence each other, and so that's what happened. And so I learned from him, and he learned from me. So it's a very democratic process.
But it's influencing. Okay. Well, this is good.
Yeah.
We need to teach the philosophy with nature and our art and our education, and that it is a culture. And I think you have touched on the fact that through the years there's a culture that you've extended the world, and we want to tap into that source so we can continue it and use what you do as American artists. And you continued it over in Europe, but we're hoping to bring you back over here. And I can't tell you how much I look forward to promoting your art and your cataloged art with Rich. Now, Rich is getting the idea that I'm probably going to be here for a while, but I've been doing my art has been my voice lately, getting people connected conversation-wise, like Suzanne.
Yeah, that's important.
But
of course.
Suzanne and I can do psychic work, but occasionally I'd like to get up and maybe, do an art piece or something. But it's going to take me a while to get back into the genre, or the artwork.
Well, just come
but
over
other people. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just come on over to Spain and I'll teach you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, is that let's make that a reality. Suzanne, did you hear what he said?
I did, but are you somebody who likes to fly, TJ?
Oh yeah, I've got lots and lots of those cards, but I haven't flown since 20. When did those towers come down? My stepfather died that week, and I was on a big truck out west, and I was teaming with my husband at the time, Thomas R. Morris, Agent Morris, and he dropped me off out somewhere in Oklahoma or Texas, or near Denver, somewhere out there, and I flew over to bury my stepfather that pretty much raised me from the time I was 12 in Houston. The next morning I woke up, and my mother woke us up saying they were bombing the towers, 8:43 or so, and we couldn't believe it. I was at my mother's house, but what was funny was her whole family was together with her when this happened, and she was just beside herself. But I haven't flown since that day. I haven't had a reason to. Well, I've had reasons. I just didn't want to. But, yeah, I'll get back on a plane and come out there, Suzanne, if we can get this going and you invite me, and we can do a whole fun festival, I hope, with I'd like to include Tara and Stan, if you can make that happen. That we all work together on taking these from one city to the next, a little traveling caravan of artists. Do you fly, Suzanne? Apparently we know Jack does.
My suitcase is packed and my passport's in my purse. I'm on the way to the airport now. Just say when. No problem.
Wow. Oh, I've got to get a passport. They took all mine back. Mine were of different colors. In and out of country, so they took all mine back. when I left Hawaii, my husband, GS-13, took my passport, and I don't know why, but we had certain ones given to us when